Hi, my name is Keone Warrington. Thank you for coming today. Today I will be discussing the marketing plan and analysis for Spotify. So this is the current strategy that I would recommend Spotify uses in the future. I would recommend that they actually put more pressure on Apple in order to receive a deal that satisfies both them and Apple. Currently, they are voicing out their opinion of an unfair deal that Spotify has with Apple. Apple is taking 30% out of every single purchase that a user makes for Spotify's premium upgrade. So putting pressure on them to create a new fair deal would increase their revenue and keep both parties satisfied. I would also recommend that they place more pressure on the fact that they aren't able to advertise as much as they would like to under Apple's deal. Apple currently has them on a restricted advertising policy so that they can't advertise new and special offers that they're currently doing. So to further explain my recommended strategy, I will be diving more into detail about Spotify's product mix, pricing objectives, their strategies, and their tactics. I'll also be talking about their distribution channel and the possible vertical and horizontal conflicts. To finish, I will talk about the forms of advertising and their forms of media. And then to conclude, I will go over my recommended strategy again and how that makes sense to what Spotify entails. So I'm going to really quick go over their product and service. So Spotify's product is the music that is available on their platform, or their platform itself. Consumers can access their product and on mobile devices and can download content depending on the type of account. Their price is free for anyone online consumption, but it also gives those who are willing to pay relatively low prices additional benefits like no ads or offline music consumption. Spotify doesn't really have a place, it's an online service, so there's no traditional grounds or online or ground locations. For the promotion, originally Spotify relied heavily on word of mouth in its beta stage, but now relies on social media outlets like Facebook for promotion. So onto their pricing objectives. Long term, Spotify expects to be able to produce gross margin between 30 and 35%. Considering its 2017 gross margin was just 21%, it's showing excellent progress towards their goal. They really want to cut out the middleman, if you will. That would be the record labels. Spotify wants to give artists the ability to reach their listeners directly without having to worry about going through record labels. This will be cheaper than putting most of their revenue towards exclusive deals for artist record labels to have their songs on their platform. So on to their current pricing strategies. Spotify has implemented a multitude of medium-term to long-term strategies to increase their sales until they reach their expected goal. One of those strategies is called freemium. So freemium, instead of being forced to shuffle randomly through songs, Spotify introduced freemium, which is a free version of the Spotify Premium. Now their free users are able to play any song they choose. So with their pricing tactics, Spotify has in mind, why pay $10 per month for Spotify if there are cheaper streaming options? Well, in order to compete with their competitors who provide similar membership deals for cheaper prices, Spotify provided a discount to college students, providing memberships not only to Spotify but to Hulu and Showtime as well. All these entertainment streaming options can be accessed for $5 a month. So now I'll be discussing the distribution channel that Spotify does. Spotify is an intermediary for artists that want to sell their music to the consumer, their fans. They are a service that acts as a middleman between artists and record labels by distributing the music via mobile devices and PCs. Spotify and other music streaming platforms remain fairly constant in their subscription price settings. It's possible that conflict could stem through the record labels and the songs and albums acquired by Spotify, I should say. This would be a form of vertical conflict from manufacturer to retailer. A possible form of horizontal conflict would be stemming from Apple Music itself. So Apple Music and Spotify are on the same channel level, which would cause a horizontal conflict between them, especially in a price war. Currently in India, Apple Music is offering very, very low prices to India, and that's also cutting at Spotify's revenue, forcing them to lower their prices and decreasing their revenue. So now I'll be talking about the forms of advertising and promotion. Spotify mainly uses two forms of promotion, advertising and digital marketing. Their advertising is typically directed towards younger generations, specifically college students. Their ads are bright, colorful, like I said before, typically include people around the same age in all of their ads. They also do digital advertising, using Facebook banners to showcase their company and their features. For 2018, their ads focus a lot on the creation of playlists, one of the features Spotify is known for. With their forms of media, Spotify will use various forms of media, including broadcast media, using their own free version of the app to promote their paid subscriptions, out-of-home media, which would be things like billboards, direct marketing, emails about Spotify news, and internet-based media, paying to advertise on social media platforms like Facebook banner ads. So to conclude with the strategy that I have recommended for Spotify, again, I would just like to say they need to increase pressure on Apple in order to create a fair deal for them. If they were to do that, they'd get lower taxing on each of their upgrades, and that would in turn create a higher revenue, increasing profits and sales, and both parties could be satisfied. If Spotify were to get free reign over the advertising that they're able to do, they would be able to advertise new and special offers that they currently aren't able to do under Apple's deal that they have with them. So as long as they can put pressure on Apple, play the sympathy card, and keep on pressing the unfair deals that they have been received from Apple, then they'll be able to increase their revenue and so increase their profits and sales. All right, thank you very much.